We shall see during the course of this series the break from Rome did not pass into law to facilitate Henry VIII's marriage to Anne de Boulogne. The reason that Parliament legislated was to end the conflict in England between the dual temporal and secular jurisdictions of government, and thus overturn the ancient but conflicting order of rule in the kingdom, and so exclude the Pope and his church usurping, as Parliament saw it, the powers properly belonging to the monarch. As a precursor to the work of the Reformation Parliament, the so-called Hunne affair is often cited as an example of the depth of secular bitterness towards the ministers of the church. Richard Hunne was a wealthy merchant in London. He became involved in a dispute with his priest over the funeral charges for his infant son. In an effort to remedy the situation, he referred the case to the common law courts. The church reacted to this secular move by arresting him on a charge of heresy, a serious charge to be heard in an ecclesiastical court, that is to say, a church court. In December 1514, he was imprisoned by the church authorities and held in Lollard's Tower at St Paul's Cathedral to await his trial. But he was found dead, hanging from a rope in his cell. The church claimed it was suicide, but the coroner's jury could not be convinced, and the Bishop of London was accused of his murder. Thomas Wolsey, however, made sure that he did not face trial, a murder trial. The Richard Hunne affair and the perception of rough justice, indeed very rough justice by the church, particularly as the case began purely as a secular matter in the common courts, it caused outrage and fueled a wave of anti-clericalism that can only really be said to have abated after the authority of Rome was severed by the Reformation Parliament in the 1530s.